if we look at the right hand one, this is basically your one-handed swing, okay? So you watch your hand as it goes back, so tracking up sort of through your right quad, through your right pocket, elbow nice and tucked in. You watch the next one, now comes back down through your right pocket, back down through your right quad. Look where that hand and that club are in relation to your body there.
Yeah.
It's all going to get tucked in, okay?
Yeah.
And that's going to come from the inside all day. You're never going to want the club to be out here somewhere because it's just going to feel heavy and no control. So your hand will have to encourage that path coming from in there, okay? So that's a good thing, just to practice that with your right hand only, because it'll just give you the feeling of what does it feel like when you're in a golf ball.
It's completely different to what I was doing before, because what I was doing before,
you would
not now, but when
no, of course, before the discussion,
and that.
But you would try, and then to try and stop. You knew, and again, this is what often happens. All good golfers, like yourself, you and Gareth and the guys I teach, you can identify if your path is that way. I always ask the question, what are you trying to do to change your path that's going left to get your path more towards target? Now you start discussing about your body and where the club's going from. If you try and get the club behind your hands, well, that's all well and good, but if your hands are out here somewhere when they're coming down, the club could be back behind the hands. But as you're coming into the golf ball now, this isn't too bad, this one, but if your hands get too far out here, this is a good one. If your hands are too far out here, the club's in here somewhere. If you continue your hands in this direction, the club's going to miss the golf ball. So then your right arm has to extend to try and bring the club back to the ball, which then creates that into-out path. So the way to control and get your better path is going to be getting the club and the hands working down here. So this sort of bump drill, you sort of, again, same good setup, hands taken away, your hands now fall back down the same line they've gone back up, you see. So you go bump, 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 and it just encourages. And when you do this, because you're not trying to hit the ball hard, it encourages you to move the club from here. Okay, in some ways from there now, what's the backswing, what's the downswing? Almost at the same, the hands are going to the same part of your body, whereas in the past you've seen your hands go up here and then come back over there somewhere. And then the club kind of has to sort of just readjust accordingly.
No, that's great. I mean, that's what I want you as an exercise to work.
Exactly. But you can hit golf balls with this, that's the good thing. Of course it is, And again, I think some of the stuff we discussed, especially with the driver staying behind the ball, is great. If you then get your feet out here, it puts the ball too far forward. Then as the club starts coming from in here, eventually when it gets to the golf ball, it's coming round to the left. If the ball's being over here somewhere, it's going to be out to win to that golf ball.
Yeah, well, there's another thing.
And there's your pull or your slice.
From the outside across it.
Yeah.
That's what's making my weight go forward.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah. Oh, God, you're going to step this way.
Forward.
Of course you are. Yeah, exactly. So this
I can do that every now and again. I can do this staying behind it, bang, and the ball goes straight. Sometimes with the draw.
Yeah.
You know, trying to reproduce it.
Exactly.
An issue.
But I think if you can be more aware of where your hands are, so the hands start coming back in from in, eventually when you swing back there now, you go back at the golf ball. That how they can just actually the sort of shadows a bit dark, unfortunately. We can see the club face coming in from here now. That club is coming from inside. Okay, you topped it. We know that because you're too far from the ball.
No,
but the club and the path.
The position of the hands. Because again, when I was videoing myself, I would be with all the clubs. I'd be going back like this. When I'm actually looking when I impact the ball, my hands.
Way out in front. Which again, extend the arms up there.
Then I'm trying to keep in
you try and pull to get, So the drill we said you can do, if you can get hold of one of these things, is sort of get one of those sort of tubes sort of stuck in like that. So you put your golf bag kind of here, okay, sort of set up in the sim, and there's that sort of handle thing at the top of your bag there, sort of shove the foam tube through that. So if you do have to collide when you come back down, it's not going to hurt you, but that's the main thing, okay? And then you just swing by keeping your hands inside that tube. If the hands go out, in an attempt to try and get the club laid off or behind you, which is your feeling, you'll hit the blooming foam there, okay? So the hands are going to work down and in, and in some ways then the over-the-top movement, the hands, the club and the body are going to work in such a way, because the club here is outside your hand, isn't it? Okay? The club is this side of the hands. So when you come into the golf ball, you don't want the club to be behind here somewhere. You're just going, where's it going to come from? Got no chance of making contact with the golf ball. So you get the hands get back on the inside, the club can work out in front, and then you can rotate a lot easier without trying to sort of pull it to the left or adjust by staying back. So
yeah.
Make sense?
Definitely.
Good stuff, right, mate.